Yeah, twin. What's going on?
What's the deal, Todd?
Ain't shit, man. Hey, yo, so, how long we know each other?
It's like 30 years plus going on.
Definitely
20,
like 30.
20 years plus, for sure. Going on 30.
Yeah, like 70, you know what I mean? Somewhere around there. And I was just thinking the other day, like, out of all my friends, whenever we see each other, we just talk about, like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but there's a lot of
Pick up
shit.
where we left off.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of shit that we probably don't talk about. There's probably a lot of shit that I don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people out there that got friends that just talk about the everyday shit versus how you actually got to where you are. You know what I mean? So I want to take the time out to talk to you and a couple of other homies and really find out what's going on, how Alan became that man that Alan is. You know what I mean? So let's take a toast to friendship. Let's take a walk down memory lane.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
To friendship.
All right, twin. Let's take it all the way back. Mom and dad name.
Anna Maria Frias, and my pop name is Wimberto, but nobody ever called him that. His name is Tony Frias. That's what he signed on my homework every night. But no, his name, it showed up on the caller ID, Wimberto, the first Wimby.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Wimby, you know, Tony Frias and Anna Maria Frias.
And where are they from?
Dominican Republic.
All right, so they were born over there?
Yeah, they were both.
Okay, so how did they get to Jersey?
My pops, he came to this country. He came to Brooklyn when he was 16.
Okay.
So he came to Brooklyn.
You know the story behind like him coming over here?
Yeah. So my uncle was already out here. So he moved. My uncle was already out here. I don't know how he got out here. He was out here. He was married and everything already.
Oh, so he's older.
Yeah, my older uncle, my Tío Miguel. So he was out here already. So my brother, his little brother, just moves to the country, to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
My uncle's already 10 toes. He has a wife, 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
Now his little brother's got a visa coming to the country. He's 16 at the time.
And mom from over there, so you say?
Right.
You know her story coming over?
Now her story coming over, I don't know as clear as my pops, but it was, you know, she came like around the same time too, like adolescent age, like a 13, 14, 15, young adult. So like the way my dad met my mom was through her uncle, and he had a store. He had a bodega in Brooklyn. He was making a way. He was getting money. He had a bodega.
Yeah.
He was doing his thing, my Tío Sergio. And so they knew him, and then I guess one thing led to another from the store in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
And then they probably got invited to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a family gathering, anything like that, or probably like, yo, I got some need, you need to meet him, type, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so out of New York, which I went to Elizabeth, right? Wasn't your family from Elizabeth?
Yeah, I was born in Elizabeth.
Right, so you got 2 older siblings.
Mm-hmm. Actually, 3 older siblings.
Learn something new.
Yeah, I got a sister in DR. She never lived out here. That was my dad's daughter. So yeah, it's 2 sisters and a brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what you call it? So what's that dynamic with you and them like? You know what I mean? Like you close to?
Yeah, we close.
Yeah.
I'm the little brother, so
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It's like are you following the man's footsteps, or it's like, you know what I mean?
I think that when you have an older brother, it's another male figure, another like he was like kind of like a second. I wouldn't say pop, but he was an older brother.
But he's there.
Yeah, so like when my father got with me with just like discipline or something, he got with me on some little brother. He gave it to me. He would follow up behind my pop. You know what I'm saying?
Like fuck around, get you first.
That too.
You know
that too. Not it wasn't so much
not
that.
Discipline, but
yeah,
like,
yeah. Just put me on, telling me slow down, stuff like that, or where I couldn't be, where I shouldn't be, whatever, stuff like that. But when me and him, we was like, I would try to go do stuff with him and go places with him and stuff like that. But he was like a significant age. He was like 5 years ahead. So when you're 7, when you're 7 and someone's 12, you're not there with, he's already going to dances and stuff. I wasn't able to go everywhere with him. Not that, you know what I'm saying? It just was a separate. So, some stuff like he used to try to keep me away from children and stuff like that. So like some stuff I would experience on my own. It was I feel like it was a given a curse with that. Like, you keep me from environments that you have, but I'm gonna be. I could have been experiencing them with you.
You could have schooled me a little.
Yeah, but instead I'm out here on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff I had found out and did on my own because he was trying to keep me. I don't know what he thought. I feel that too, like keep me away from what's the name, but I'm growing up regardless. So right now, why not with you? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of my first experiences and stuff like that, it would be separate. Like Manny would be over there, I'd be over here, like so or whatever. And then he'll be running into people his age or something. Like, oh, I saw your brother, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So
was there ever any? That ever bring like any like bumping into heads?
Nah, only thing that brought bumping heads was me taking his clothes. Nah, but other than that though, like he put me onto everything. Older brother or sister, like put you onto everything, bro. Especially if he was alright.
Yeah.
He wasn't a goofy.
Nah, definitely.
He wasn't a man. It was official. Nah. So I was able to get official. For anything that was cool to he the one who he just knew about everything first. You know what I'm saying? He brought back everything and brought it back to us, and it's a big part of who he's huge part of the development of who I became. And then like that whole music and basketball correlation, the culture at that time, early 90s, I was blown away. Movie, let's not talk about the movie, the black culture movie with Spike Lee. You got the right, you know what I'm saying? And then like all of that happening at the same time, I fell in love with the culture, right? In that time because of Manny, like he had put me on to it early. I fell in love with all that, yo.
All right, so what do you think that people think about you when they think of Al?
I don't know.
Couple words, still a couple words.
Yeah, I don't know. Spontaneous, and when I say spontaneous, I think like unpredictable. You don't never know. But then, I just think some people. I had like a delinquent thing over me because somebody will see me in one situation here. Just because you see something or somebody makes a mistake, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You think most people got you fucked up as far as like misunderstood or you know what I mean, doing it? Yeah, don't understand.
Yeah, so I said that's the word. That's the word that we're looking for. Misunderstood.
Yeah.
But I don't think people look at me like that. I think people think they have me understood.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I think people feel like they got me understood. Like, oh, nah, he just.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's more to definitely, for sure.
What was your influences?
Things that drove me was, first off, I always had a moral compass. I always held myself to a standard. I always knew who I was. When people take a time to find out who they are, I didn't have to take that time for some reason, bro. I knew exactly who I was. Like, it wasn't later that life sometimes do this to you. Like, hold on, you forget. Like, hold on, I forgot who I was. You know what I'm saying? It was, but I always knew who I was, bro. I had a self-belief and a confidence. I just wanted it, more passion. I realized that was my gift. It wasn't that I was like good at like the things that I actually did. It was how I felt about it. Like I never, you know me, I played basketball and could I jump high? Was I tall? But I was okay on that. But it was because of how I felt about the game. But that's why I had stopped too, because I had fell out of love with it. There was no in between with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I either was going to the league or I wasn't So when I was playing basketball or anything like that, I loved it. So that was I realized that that's who my identity was, passion.
Why you think you never really well, it seemed like anyway, like you never took it serious like the basketball shit.
Well, when I did take it serious, I got discouraged, and that's the time where you're supposed to go right at it. Mm-hmm. Things was coming at me like a how bad you want it type thing. But, you know, okay, you didn't. They on ninth grade, they picked who they picked. So okay, that doesn't mean to come back the next year or whatever. Mm-hmm. But high schools and stuff like that, they be knowing who they want, who they got on the team and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, I saw that it was a much more challenging. It was more proven to probably do, but I got discouraged because I just knew the politics of the high school.
I heard, you can tell me if it's true or not. Did you make the team like once or twice and you just like, man,
yeah, well, I made the team in like middle school,
oh.
killing. I made the team in middle school, I was killing. Then it was like senior year, I decided to go back out and try. That's when they found out I had 2.7 because they trying to kick me off the team and they tried to go on my GPA. I'm like, yeah, that's right. And that was solely just to prove something to myself, man.
Okay. So you didn't even really want to play the season. You just wanted to.
I was gonna play.
You wanted to drop the mic.
Yeah, I wanted to drop the mic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was something to show myself. And honestly, I had seen one of my old coaches that really developed my game or whatever. I seen him at Levitas, remember Levitas or whatever?
Yeah.
And he like, what are you gonna be doing, bro? This is why people.
This is back then?
This is in like senior year. I run into my old coach, Brian Jones' dad.
Right.
And he tells me, what are you gonna be doing? And this is why like people and men in the community is mad important, bro. Just by him telling me to go, because of him is why I went and cared about a future, and you know what I'm saying? That's why men in the community, adults in the community that give back to children is super important, because he was the reason I had went out of respect for him.
Right.
Because he cared so much about me.
So what was the conversation?
He said, bro, what are you gonna be doing? You gonna be selling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go, what you gonna be doing?
Or you gonna be
like
taking care of business?
Go try out.
Yeah.
Then he's like, look, my boy, that's my man. It's his first year. He's gonna be the coach this year.
Okay.
His name was Haddock at the time, Jeff Haddock. So I'm gonna tell him about you. So imagine this, right? You telling your man about somebody, like, yo, look out for him. I'm telling you. And then I'm your little man. I go out there and I do exactly and more, probably, you know. So I go out, try out. I'm not, the way I'm trying out too is like, not like somebody who, how can I say, the guys that knew they were gonna make it, they're on autopilot. They're cruising through, light passes, you know what I'm saying? Like, going through the motions at tryouts.
You stealing the ball?
Other guys, hold on. There's other guys, wild, nervous, doing too much to try to make an impression, shooting threes, that's not even your game.
Yeah.
Me, I could care less. I'm in there out of shape. I threw up.
Oh, you came in that way.
Yeah, I might have been hungover from the night before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But one thing that don't leave is that dog, bro. Like, I don't know. So I'm in there doing whatever I want. I'm playing like I'm at the playground, bro. Next thing you know, I throw a hoop.
So you outside. You talking. You talking.
Yeah, next thing you know, I throw a hoop. Boy, snatch it out the air. Javis, actually. He snatched that joint out the air, bro. And after that play, he said, hold on. What's your name? I'm like, I'm Alan, man. And then he like, you who he was telling me about? Can you imagine that? Like, I made that much of an impression. Like, he had to pull me to the side without knowing who I was. And then after he found it, like, this your man? I know he immediately called Mike, like, yo, your boy was in here wilding today, bro. Mm-hmm. And he probably was just, I made him, that's what made me, I know Mike was like, I told you, man, I'm telling you, I told you. And that's what I wanted to hear, like, and that's what I wanted them to get. And anybody in basketball, I told you. Yeah. And Mike dropped, like, pretty much, like, I told you. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right. What, of course I know this question already. Mm-hmm. What park you from?
Garfield East in Willingboro, New Jersey. Well, Garfield really.
Yeah.
Garfield really.
For everybody right there.
Garfield really.
Yeah.
But I just went to East because that school, you know. Yep.
What do you think makes East different from every other part? Like, I think East is like, for lack of better words, I'm using this analogy, but like a mafia type of shit, right?
Come on.
You got brothers and uncles that are best
That's
friends.
how I always was seeing it.
And he was dating his sister, and that's his little cousin. Every one of us is weaved together by more, you know what I mean? So
it's a
like,
family for sure.
Yeah, so even no matter how much you and such don't like each other, it's gonna go but so far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Manny and TT not letting that shit go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just so many
It's a
different
family
layers and
affair.
everybody is weaved together. Yeah, man. And I feel like a lot of other...
And I do feel like we've set the tone in our town, bro.
Yeah.
We've been an example of just loyalty, my guy. Loyalty. People see us, and it's not until I feel like not recently, but it grew into like a whole joint. It really just used to be us. You know what I'm saying? And then it became so prideful of what was going on. Like, wow, it was so profound, bro.
This shit will pop off or something. Everybody know Allen front line. Boom. Is that mentality why you would push the line all the time? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm big on respect, bro. And that comes from my roots too, my pops and stuff, bro. Respect is everything. That's a cultural thing too. Like, when you're Dominican, you walk into a place, like a sign of respect is bendición. As soon as you walk into a home, it's bendición. That means blessings, and then somebody will respond back with Dios te bendiga. That's God be with you. So that's coming in with respect. So if I come in with respect, so there's no room. The second you cross that, then if I've led with respect, then there's no room for disrespect. So if you disrespect, it'll be constant. You know what I'm saying? And for real, people respect pressure. That's just life. If you a man, not everybody gonna like you because you come with consequence. You got boundaries, right? And if somebody cross them, what? Feel what I'm saying? I knew that. Like, I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that type of mindset at one point started taking a toll on me too, cause like it gets tough being like the only person. Like, look at today's world now. Like, it seems like anybody could do anything. Like, they could say anything. They could have no moral compass. You could be one way today, be another day tomorrow, and nobody cares. Nobody holds you to any moral standard anymore. You can identify as a cat. Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But me, like, nah, I'm standing on something, man. And if you cross that, it should be demonstrated. I really, truly believe so. Back in the day, in medieval days, they threw you in the ringer like this if you was the town liar or the town. You know what I'm saying? For everybody to know that you was on bullshit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that kind of need to be bred. I just did that with me. Like, you do that with me, I'm gonna make sure everybody, you know what I'm saying? You was on some. That's just that, and it shouldn't be tolerated. And if it's not tolerated, we're making the world a better place. Because if people out there doing nuts, it shouldn't be tolerated, man. They should feel a way they stole from their man, or like they lied on somebody, or they had no integrity in a situation. They were a coward about it. Yeah, they should. Yeah, they should feel guilty. They should be. Yeah, they should feel everything that, you know. And then that doesn't mean you can't come back from it. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that you can't, whatever. But in that moment, bro,
you gotta hold that.
Yeah, you gotta hold that.
Yeah. We're known for having a temper, right? You know what I mean? Justified it sometimes or not. Every time you think you went too far, you're like, that was.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that was a bad one.
Oh yeah. Just regular stuff. Maybe if I'm like debating. Like, I maybe had an argument with somebody that they not a random person on the street. So now me and them are arguing or something. Then that's when I feel like times, you know what I mean? I've like going too far or something, arguing with like my family member or something like that. But somebody that I don't know or something, no. I just try to make sure. The only times I've ever feel like I've gone too far is if you can overreact, man, and then trick yourself out of something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't deserve all of that. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know when to hold and fold them type of thing. So that type of stuff.
Is there a situation that you could think of, like, I owe that person an apology for that one? Like, you know
I owe that person an apology?
Is there any of those in there?
I can't think of none right now. For real, I owe somebody an apology.
Like, yeah, I wild on that one.
I wild on that one. If I haven't already said it,
Yeah.
nah. I'm really good on, like, I don't got pride on, like, I can look somebody in the eye and admit when I'm wrong.
Say fucked up. What's the love life, Alan?
Oh man, bruh. I don't know. Somebody else asked me this question. What are we talking about? We talking about love life? What are we talking about? Dating?
Love life. Like,
what are we dating? I gotta get a drink.
I don't know, I haven't seen, like, yeah, Alan, they going all the way, baby. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
you only gotta drop the name. Is anybody ever thought you were going all the way with?
Yeah, my child's mom.
Okay.
Nah, word.
Okay.
My child's mom. Yeah, I thought she had attributes of a wife. I still do, just not mine. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But, love life, bro. Whew. It's tough for men, too.
Oh, yeah, it is. Are you even looking for it?
No, because I have to become that. I'm working on, more, how can you say, I'm just working more on myself. I think I had recently, like, fell back. I was giving, like, my energy to places.
What was the moment you caught yourself like, I need to chill for a second?
It was,
Was it the moment, or was it just,
Yo, I be telling my boy, I'm like, yo, man, this single, you know, when people be like in a long relationship or something, I be telling them, like, yo, bro, it gets dark. I'm always cracking up. I say, you gotta prepare yourself for that 3 a.m. Nobody's all picking up for it. That be happening to people. Oh my God.
My little cousin.
Oh my gosh, bro.
23. He's been with his girl since high school. So I'm like, yo, man. So me and my other cousins, we all had them getting drinks and shit. Like, yo, these are your prime years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you like it, you know what I mean, do your thing. But, like, you ain't gonna get these years back. Like, this is your time to play right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, but don't fuck up a good thing talking to me at the bar.
Right.
By yourself in your room by yourself. Stop me fucking with me. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, well, with me, I don't think I've ever been a relationship. I haven't been ever been a relationship. When I was ever in a relationship, I might have only had like 3 that I count as like serious, that I put some work in. You know what I'm saying? I never had a serious relationship as a kid, high school, none of that. I ain't do that because of what you just said. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah. So recently, I had made like a conscious decision to fall back, but I don't know what it is, man. Women today, they the ones getting money. They the ones shooting their shot. They the ones now. So I'm probably number 3 in somebody's. I'm probably number 3 position. Number 3 in somebody's. Yeah, so that's how it is, yo. So I made the conscious decision to fall back from women. And as soon as I did that, there were, you know, that showed interest and stuff like that. But I'm not leading nobody on or nothing like that, man.
I remember one time, I don't think I ever told you this story before, right? So we driving in the car. We had to go pick Daryl up in the airport. So we riding in the car. we just talking regular shit on the way to Philly. I said, I don't know what made you in the middle of this car ride. You on the phone with your shorty. So I'm like, so we like this phone part shit funny as hell.
We went and picked up Daryl.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You remember the story?
No.
So we gonna pick up Daryl in the airport. So we having a regular conversation, and he gets quiet for a little second. He just picks up the phone. He makes a phone call to his girl. So he's like, yeah.
Daryl does or me?
No, you do.
Okay.
So you're like, yeah, man. Like I'm just saying, thinking, like, I don't think I'm the right guy for you, yo. Like this, that, and the third. And you know you can hear like somebody's like the other person's voice over the phone. So she's like, what are you saying? I'm just saying, like, you was kind of like beating around the bush, like saying like you didn't want to break up, but you wasn't really saying it. You know what I mean? So she's like trying not to get the hint. You know? So she's like, he's like, yo, this is what I'm saying, yo, we don't need to be out. You're too good for me. Whatever he's going that whole spell. She was like, but what are you trying to say? He's like, yo, there's people out here that die to be with you. She's like, well, what does that mean? I won't. I won't.
That was fucking crazy.
I'm trying to keep a straight face and not laugh while this nigga's on the phone.
Oh my God.
He said, I won't.
Can you?
I'm like, yo, this is bananas. Then you get off the phone, it's like, I'm really quiet. I'm like, we gonna talk about
Is Daryl in the car?
No, it's just me. So, like, this is the most awkward shit in the world right now. Yeah.
That's funny as
That
hell.
shit- No, that shit was so funny. Oh, man. My nigga said, I won't. Yo, that
What
shit
kind
was
of-
classic.
Oh
I'm
my-
like, what made him have this conversation right now? Like, this is not the time to have this convo right now.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Yo, that shit was crazy, dog.
Yeah, yo.
You know who it was on the phone? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that shit was
I remember, yo. I counted her as one of the relationships.
Okay, that shit was crazy.
I barely, sometimes I don't count it. Because it was kind of like, well, no, I counted. I was really with her, so.
Yeah, that's the only person I think I've known you, or like at some, you know what I mean? To be like, yeah, I remember them two being together. You know what I mean? Like, they was together.
That's hilarious,
That
bro.
shit was funny as hell. Yeah. I was there for the breakup.
Oh my goodness, bro. I wonder how she's doing. I haven't seen her in forever, too. I'm sure she's good, though.
It's actually, I got something. Right. I'm gonna spit a ball too.
Okay, let me hear that.
I paid for some sins in the trenches that came from some poor made decisions.
Yeah, I like that. Who said that? Say it again.
It says, I paid for some sins in the trenches that came from some poor made decisions.
Right.
Y'all two stop it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you want to expound on that a little bit? Like,
Well, I paid for sins in the trenches off of poor made decisions.
Where were you at when you were like, when you was reflecting and wrote that? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of shit was?
Well, when I wrote that,
Was it a reflection or was it a time that you was going through?
oh no, it was a reflection. When I wrote that, I reflected on a decision I made young. Like, I'm not gonna let anyone or anybody tell me how to live my life. I answer to God. His commandments, laws don't mean nothing to me. That's man-made, and I'm gonna face consequences with whatever comes with the decisions that I make. So I paid for some of them sins that I made when I was in trenches and treacherous, back against the wall situations, maybe, or situations that I created for myself. I would say, because it wasn't really trenches at all. I just was a thrill seeker, cowboy, thrill seeker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in every form, fashion. If it brought a rush, I was kind of with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I just was big on my way. You know what I'm saying? Not my way or the highway, but my life on my terms. And I knew that young, like, people telling me all of this stuff, because what? Who did they hear it from? You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna take what you giving me, and I knew that at a young age, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take what you telling me and you giving me, and I'm gonna what's the name? Like, I'm gonna make my own understanding out of it. You know know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go too far left, but I do know this much, that you just a robot. You going from what, you're not questioning, you don't have your own mind. You know that, you ever saw that movie Divergent? Yeah. I'd have been Divergent, for sure.
Excellent movie.
Yes, so that would have been me, absolutely, like, Divergent. I'm like, oh, this is tough right here. You, this, and that's why people think they got me understood. They think I'm this faction and the Divergent, when really I'm all these factions. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really connect to that movie. It was actually a book too, right?
I believe so.
It was a book too. The book probably even better, more
Usually
better.
Is better. Yeah. The time you got shot.
Right.
If there's any misinformation out there, I mean, would you like to tell what actually happened? Because I know, I wasn't there. I went to see you in the hospital. Actually, that's another story. But anyway, what you call it? Before I actually talked to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was like 4 different stories going around and shit.
Right.
I don't know if you care to clarify anything.
Right.
Anybody out there, or if you want to just tell your experience, any, you know what I mean?
Right.
Do you care to share the story, or?
It's I was outside and like this one, like, weed was illegal or whatever, and somebody wanted one thing, they said another. When I got there, it wasn't what they said. And before you know it, I was with somebody else too, and I was just worried about them the whole time, and I didn't even know I got hit because I was worried about them the whole time. Like, dang, I brought somebody with me, and they mess around, it'll be my fault they got hit.
Did you know what was going left though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did it feel off when you was there, or like it just came out of like left field? Like,
Kind of came out of left field.
Yeah.
Kind of came out of left field. But one little spider sense went off, and I made that adjustment, and they didn't get anything from me really, you know? So I guess I did take heed to something, but I probably shouldn't have even went. But that's how that went, like. And yeah, it's a blessing up here. I've had a lot of experiences, like, just stuff going left. That stuff be crazy, like, because then I'll see the other people that go through the same stuff. They doing 10 years, or some people ain't here. I'm blessed I'm here with the near experiences, man. It'd be crazy. Not to mention the most recent near experience that we had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So I just feel like I'm blessed with all of that, man. I feel like I'm always on my major comeback. I always feel like I'm always on my major comeback. You know, every time I take a step, 2 steps forward, boy, they on me. Cause I feel like I'm how can I say? I guess everybody feels like that, but we chosen ones, man. Everybody here is a miracle when you think about it. So I just know I'm just in touch with my miracle experience. Like, you're a miracle. Your sperm reached the egg. You here. You're immaculate in conception. Like, you're immaculate conception. I mean, and so am I. We're all here together. All these people are walking around, and we're walking miracles. You know what I'm saying? So we're meant to win. I just know, like, you're meant to win. We're all meant to. We already won. Look at us. We got life. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll push back on that theory. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't think everybody's built to win.
You don't?
I don't. Somebody got to take the trash out, man.
Yeah, but that's
trying to be funny, but like, for real, I don't think
but
built to win.
who's to say that's not the win? It's a, what's the name, yo? This whole thing is a machine. Somebody gotta take the trash out. Somebody gotta steal the wheel. Yeah. Everybody got a position in it.
I mean, I guess a win is all subjective.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I think there's losers in this world. You don't think there's losers in this world? Some people are losers.
Losers are the people that don't try.
That's a loser. Yeah.
But the people that are getting up every day and trying.
Yeah.
Or if you set a goal, and you go after it, you're not a loser.
Nah, that's facts.
So if you set your goal to take the trash out,
I don't know.
Because where was you at before then? You gotta think about that.
Well, yeah, but if you had every opportunity to be something, and you know what I mean?
Well, you do. Because when we wake up, we do.
You aim low every day, it's like you're a loser. If you aim low every day, you're a loser. You don't think aiming low is a loser mentality?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying everybody's not a winner.
Okay, yeah. It's a loser mentality.
Yeah.
But
and there's people that have loser mentalities.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, just because you take the trash doesn't mean you're a loser.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, because you could have went from not
you could
sleeping in the trash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that some people don't aspire to do nothing past that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And that's it. So I don't think everybody's built.
Yeah.
Anybody can, but everybody.
No, but everybody has 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet.
Yeah.
They born with all the same stuff, the same 24 hours, all of the same stuff to win.
Yeah, I agree with
And you were born, so you were given that, and then when we wake up every day, so you have a chance.
You got a chance
To win each day.
You have a chance.
And little wins to the big wins. So.
Facts.
Yeah.
Where did you get hit when you got shot?
In my shoulder right here.
Not to go right back to that.
Yeah.
What'd you call it? Recovery.
Recovery.
Was it bad or was it?
It was regular. I don't know what that means. Cause
Are you the
you know what
same
I'm saying? Nah, sometimes it be hurting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be hurting. It ain't nothing like but it's definitely like a feeling, like a numbness over here every now and then.
You could have lost your arm. That's crazy.
Nah, I could have went higher, hit my neck.
I heard that you got hit in the chest when it first happened.
Nah, well,
this
the release.
hit the gun or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it hit the
Yeah, then it hit my shoulder and it went from here and then I guess it traveled into here, so it hit all flesh and it was like released out of here.
Oh,
So this is the
kind of
chest.
a crazy angle.
It went like boom, and then this is where they pull fragments from right here.
And it came out, so it actually exited.
It ain't exit, no.
Oh, it did exit.
No, they took it out right here. Right here, yep. It went through like this. Yep.
So you hit one of these.
Type joint.
That's crazy.
Yep.
How did that affect your mental moving forward?
It's so crazy because even before that, I probably been through so much chaotic stuff that was I was kind of experienced while in that situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? I knew to be looking back and forth and if you know what I'm saying. So I was not really, you know what I'm saying? Because I was aware of that element being able. Things could go up like that at any moment. So when it happened, I was thinking clear while it was happening, really.
But after, like, are you
traumatic? And sometimes I forget that it happened. I be like, oh, damn, that did happen. Sometimes for real. Yeah. I be forgetting that it happened sometimes. Like, oh, snap, that did happen. For real. And that kind of scares me too, because I be thinking, like, damn, am I playing it too light? Like, that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? That I went through something like that. But nah, I'm not playing it too late. I'm just experienced in danger, I guess.
What you call it? All right, let's talk about fatherhood.
Yeah.
First child.
Right.
How does it change
you? How did it change me?
Were you able to wrap your mind around it when you first knew?
Absolutely. Back to my pops and my moms and stuff, man, I just knew I would be a good parent, man. I just knew I would. When I had such a good example, such a dope example of unconditional love, and for me, like, my folks love me, so I knew as long as I'm moving with that, and then I could tweak a little different stuff from their example. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe like getting to know your child more. Cause you always gotta I feel like with family, for some reason, you gotta always get to know, cause they're family, they're just a given, they're always right there. You don't ask them the same questions that you ask somebody else. Like, you know your mom's favorite color? See what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just mommy, like, yeah. You looking, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So like, I knew that when I became a pops, I couldn't wait like how me and you talking right here. I couldn't wait to have these beat downs with my own children. Cause I got too much wisdom, bro.
What is something
Wisdom is my strong suit in fatherhood.
That you took from your parents that you want to instill in your children, and what is something that you lacked that you want to make sure that your kids do?
Pride, who you are, last name, being family oriented. That's what I try to do with mine, man. Like, they got a lot of outside family members like you or whatever, so I want to get them around people that are positive and they know what it looks like outside of this home, what it should look like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Family man, another woman that is a good mom, community leader, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then one thing that I think that there was, what's the name? It was like, I think, spend more time with your kids, like dreams. Like, it was just me figuring out like ball a little bit. You know what I'm saying? My pops went to work, and then, you know what I'm saying? You know, you be tired. You know what I'm saying? I get how that, get it. I know. You know what I'm saying? But if I can spend, like, if I could be Joe Jackson or Serena dad, or like, it's not how it is with me and my children, but I do make sure that I spend those 10 minutes that go a lifetime, bro. I'm really good at that. Like, and I feel like my kids are receiving it too, so. And I think they take like the best parts of us. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think that you can tell me because you have multiple kids like I do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like each child takes a piece of you from when you were that age when you conceived them. Like, I think Lena might have parts of her from you when you were that age that your other kids don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they say that. They say that each kid gets a different parent.
Yeah.
They do.
And I really believe that they get a part of you from when they were conceived. You know what I'm saying? That version of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They absolutely do, for sure. But they all love some dad, so that's what I'm super prideful in that, man. The kids is everything.
So the original question, we got way off. What did the birth of your first child, you know what I mean?
How to change me, right?
Yeah.
It changed me in a way of like truth.
Was your outlook different on everything, or was it like?
Oh yeah, man. I was trying to, like, when my oldest was born, I was already doing some shedding. You know what I'm saying? I was already doing some shedding. Like this, I think I'm not much of a cowboy as I was. But that started to shed when I first had her, though. Like, thrill seeking, because I gotta be here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta wake up in the morning, and it definitely changed me. I had long hair, I cut it because of my daughter.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
What was that, like, decision?
I'm like, I don't want to be going to the parent-teacher conferences. I want to be taken serious when I walk in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I cut my hair. So that was definitely committed to change right there. Like, I wanted to look the part of what my version of her father. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not of what other people, but my version of what I think her father, what she deserves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not somebody who is not, you know what I'm saying? Is single. I wanted to look like a father of a child. You know what I mean? So immediately I was already shedding. I was becoming more into I was trying to bring on maturity, responsibility welcoming into my life. So definitely I was immediately committed to my daughter.
That's big right there. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna throw some names out at you. And you're gonna tell me what you think about it. Or what comes to your head? Your friendship with D-Will.
True friendship. Sometimes people, like I don't gotta tell D how to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? He not a yes man. He tell me about myself, especially even more as we're older now too. Like when we were younger, when we were younger, he probably wouldn't have thought anything like that. But now that we're older, he can point out, you know what I'm saying? If I'm off point or anything like that, and let me know, things like that. But when we were younger, he probably were thinking like I'm older, I know a little, but it was, you know what I'm saying, the dynamic of like, you know what I'm saying, but nah, that's nothing like that now at all. It hasn't never been like that for a long time now.
Rich.
Me and Richard were, and still are, we just still like, nothing could break what me and Richard have, bro. It's just loyalty, bro. That's what makes us different. Everybody you gonna say, it's gonna come down to that L word. Is it not, though? I mean, like, kind of unconditional. It's a bit unconditional. Not saying that we gonna stand for just anything, but, bro, it's nothing. It's just a blessing. Richard particularly, too. Those two names to, like, each point of our life. And, like, my boy's a married man. I remember he was shy, with, you know what I'm saying? I just seen everybody. I seen they development. They've seen mine too. Like Richard for me is Manny. You know, Richard for me is. I could trust him with. About to make me cry. Word. I could trust him with my life, bro. Facts. I could trust him when I go. That he gonna make sure I won't have. That's what I like to have. People around me, I ain't gotta tell them how to do it. You know what I mean? Richard gonna hold it up. You gonna hold it up. You guys are gonna do things and look out for as if I was here type. You know what I'm saying? That's what all that stuff. Y'all, you got me emotional out here, man.
Good interviewer. Good interviewer.
Word.
Let's touch on loss, though.
Yeah.
You've definitely, I mean, we can't really tell your story without talking about the losses. You know?
Yeah.
You lost both your parents. Was it, like, were they sick? Or, so were you like, was it anticipated? Or, like, my father, he got sick out of nowhere. Went to the hospital and just didn't come back. You know what I mean? It was one of those kind of things.
Wow.
So it happened within like a week. Like, yeah, completely left field. So it was, you know what I mean? It was crazy.
Wow.
Did you see it coming with either of them? Or?
Well, my pops first, he got like diagnosed with like Parkinson's. Like ailments started coming like with the age. And then like, so he had Parkinson's and then he had something like arthritic too. Cancer. My mom got cancer, thyroid. My mom got the thyroid, bro. Like, I don't know, that fibroid is like here or whatever. And man, that joint was tough, bro. She went to a point where like it would mess with her voice. Then they did a surgery on her. Then she wasn't able to speak. It just got bad, bro. Not like bad like that to where it's like that, but it was progressive. Like that joint was a unique, like kind of cancer joint. She didn't even actually die from the cancer. Ended up something happening. It just progressed, bro. She ended up having to have a surgery in this area. She couldn't speak and eat solid foods and stuff, bro. It was, you know, and then like she wasn't even cancer, man. That ended up taking her. It was just the effects from the cancer, like the surgery and this and that. And she had, yeah, and then like she had a surgery, and then with the surgery and recovery process, it was like all this stuff. Like you had to like clean out like this, cause it was, I don't know, man. It was like in her throat, bro. Like in her this area or whatever. So you had to clean this stuff out. I don't know. It just was a lot, and it wasn't even the what's the name. It ended up taking her out.
Last one is Debo. Gotta talk about Debo.
Yeah, like the way Manny was for me, I feel like I used to feel like that's who I was for him. A lot of the stuff that I just feel like that's who I was for him when we were kids. Yeah, I just think he was, he had a moral compass. He did his best to be somebody that stood for something. And I feel like that's what he did. He passed away, believing in something. You know what I'm saying? Whether and I don't like to say a belief will cost your life, because your belief you should live and die on your beliefs. So I don't think it cost him it. I just think he went out on his sword. That's all.
I feel like people might, from the outside, you would think Debo is one person, but if you know him, you know, like he's playing all the time.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Laughing. Do you have a story to show, like y'all relationship? Or
like it just was silly. I like the most recent years, because we were who we were when we were younger. You change. People change. You grow together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the older years, me and him, it was some. I like to say it was me learning from him this time. The same thing I explained about Derek too. Like I saw him become a man, and it was special. I was grateful for that. He was a person who handled responsibility, and people were affected by how much he handled responsibility. He was becoming such a great head of household pillar in his family. Had he was able to, he would have been in his family. Oh, grandparents, for anybody, he would have been the one in his family that took up. Oh, we gotta handle. What you know what I'm saying? Had a household, not just this particular one, but he'd have became that. He was going to wear that crown. Yeah. Absolutely. But I'm glad I was able to see that he was that, and he was ready for it too. Absolutely. He thought about people, other people. When he went, he thought about other people. He included that, like, all right, I got to get this amount of money because how I'm supposed to do this for this, and my grandma need this, and I need to do this because my little brother coming up. Like, you know what I'm saying? He thought about that as, you know what I'm saying? Not many people think like that. Like, think about their tribe or each move that they make. So, yeah, I'm proud of him, for sure.
Tell me something that most people don't know about you that you like. Hobby, song. What's a fun fact about Alan?
Fun fact.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie, Bronx Tale.
That's a good one. Solid.
I have a lot of I relate to Kaloja though. My pops
yeah.
See what I'm saying? My pops was that guy, and then I felt like, you know what I mean? I had that street lure over my head. Kaloja though, it's just too ill. The gems, the morals, fear, respected, wasted talent. Come on. Sonny, he said, the working man's the tough guy. Let me see him do that. Get up every morning and go. The working man's the tough guy. Ah, your father's the tough guy. Oh my God, that movie so raw. Yeah. Jewel after jewel after jewel. Not to mention Kaloja though, like who? Who he like?
Who he like? Sister, right?
He like sisters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of like me. Like, I'm this guy, he got the funny name, Frias, Kaloja. I related to everything about him, dog. Everything about Kaloja, though, bro. That what drew him to being outside, that was me, bro. My dad worked every day, was a good dude. I always wanted to be outside. And what came from outside was all the stuff that I learned in this, you know what I'm saying? I related to that movie so crazy. But Bronx Tale, hands down, favorite movie. Everything about it.
Favorite rapper? Not greatest rapper, favorite rapper.
My favorite,
or if you got more than one, just.
probably Pac. Probably Pac. He's just too complex, man. He was they had him. He was misunderstood. People think they had him understood. I don't understand what people think that when somebody's one way all the time. Yeah. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. Like, because you one-dimensional, one-trick pony, you too scared to pursue other things, and maybe you're too scared how people look at you when you do something.
And then
Pac was just an example of not facing that fear.
And then to look at who he was when he died, You know, like, he had the world in his hands, man. He's like 25 years old. Man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the position that he was in. Like, nigga, you would lose your fucking mind, too. You know what I mean? People act like they would have had it all figured out.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, I just think that he, after, it's just, I just love anybody of that way. DMX. Okay? They wasn't as superstar mega, but I feel like they gave us them, like the Locks. I feel like they weren't glitz and glam. They were people's champs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think when you have that about you, that'll translate no matter what you're doing. Had Pac been or something, we'd have still known about him anyway. He'd have did it that well. You know what I'm saying? And he'd have did it with purpose. Right. So that's my thing. Yeah. That's my thing. Purpose. That's my thing. Purpose.
Last thing. Through it all, you've been crazy, like ups and downs, loss, all of it. What sense have you made of it? What do you see?
I see that.
Outlook?
I see that. I wouldn't change it for nothing, and just wisdom, bro. Wisdom. I've gained nothing but wisdom in 37 years, bro. I wouldn't change it, bro. Wisdom.
What's the plan moving forward?
And I've never been more sure in my life with this next answer, bro. The best version of me, bro. I lost too many people. And what I learned through loss is that you owe yourself the best version of yourself.
So you can be, right?
You know what I'm saying? And whatever that looks like. It might be Troy knowing 3 languages. It might be me. That's why I picked up exercising crazy, because I was like, all right, this is the first place I could start right here. You know what I'm saying? Because if I got my body right, I'm over it. If I can get my mind right, I get my body right, I get my body right, I get my mind right. And I just told myself that before I go, I'm gonna make the best. I'm gonna be the best version of Alan, or I'm gonna die trying to be the best version of me. Every day, I'm gonna put that step in to be the best version. That's all. And I'm committed, super committed, man. Salute. Version of ourselves, man. That's what all this shit taught me, that we owe it. It's to keep at it. It's a lifestyle, our best version. Love ourselves. Man, I can't wait to see that, my nigga. You too, you working on it. Yeah. That's what's fire. So we gonna continue to be intentional too, cause you know what I'm saying? It's something. We made it this far, and we've already been through phase and growth. So I'm in it with you.
We made it classic.
Yes, we did.